Welcome back, Legendary Potato here, and today I wanted to show you guys all of my survival worlds to date, because, I have a new survival series that I'm playing on now, but I kind of want to show you guys all my survivals since the beginning of me playing this game. So I'm going to be showing you my oldest ones, then getting to the more recent ones, so you can kind of see how my survival playing has changed over time, and I thought this would be an interesting video to make, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. If you do, make sure you do leave a like on it, but let's get right into it. So this is the oldest survival world I still have. It's not the first one I ever had, but it still counts as survival world, and it's the oldest one I have, so let's just kind of show it off, of course. And so this one was supposed to be kind of a mini game that I made entirely in survival back before creative mode came out, so you get an idea of how old this is. And so there's things like lava buckets, there's furnaces, stuff like that in there. And so this is supposed to be like this kind of starter shelter before you go over to the survival island area, which is over there. And then I also got this duplicated glass, which has 64 plus counter, which is actually kind of cool. There you go. But basically, oh, it doesn't even pile back into there. But basically what's cool about this world, of course, is that I haven't played on it since the game before creative mode came out. That sentence probably didn't make sense. But basically, like, I haven't played this world in so long. So pretty much everything that's going on in this world's all happened then. So I can try to show off over there as well, but you might recognize this seed because this is actually the worst seed ever. I'm not just saying it's a bad seed, but it's actually called the worst seed ever. You would type worst seed ever into your seed back then, and you would get this really cool seed which had like 20 dungeons that you could easily find, or something ridiculous. There's like so many dungeons. Everybody pretty much knew about this seed, and it was pretty much one of the most famous seeds of the Minecraft console edition version for quite a long time, until the update came out and changed the world. And what the heck? Whoa, okay, there's guardians. That's a guardian chunk. Okay, so it looks like guardians spawn here now. Isn't that pretty cool? Look at that. There's not even a water temple over there, but there's apparently guardians that spawn, and they're everywhere. Oh my god. But basically, so this is the island I kind of built. It was kind of an island originally, and then I kind of shaped it a little bit more, changed it a little bit. Like, I don't think this water thing is here, and then there's just a bunch of stuff going on. But this survival wasn't really a survival. It was kind of like making a survival for somebody else to play on, and then nobody else ever played on it. It was really weird. I don't really understand, but honestly, all you need to know is that, like, it's some sort of survival. So not much going on in this world. There's like rules, stuff like that. Nothing too exciting, but I thought that was actually kind of interesting. Guardians were there. I didn't even know they would be there. That's kind of cool, though. Just, that's where an ocean monument would be on this seed if you were to type it in now. So there you go. There you go. If you want an ocean monument, then you might find one there if you type in worst seed ever on a new seed. But anyway, what I'm going to do is go on to the next one right now. See, here's the second survival world. So pretty much this one I made probably back in 2013. And this one really is just kind of nostalgic to me, because this is pretty much right around when the new wood started coming out and stuff. So you would really just kind of play around with them and just kind of, you make these really cool floor designs and stuff like that. But basically this one's a lot better than the other one, just because of the fact that I made somewhat better house. I mean, it's just a giant brick of wood, if we're gonna be honest. It's a brick of wood with some wood things there, and I mean, I'll give myself some credit, but it's kind of a little bit ugly. And then apparently I had a sheep named Toby. Is there like, but there's like a piece of wool under here? Is there? Yeah, there is. Oh, there's redstone. I dug into his grave with redstone. Isn't that bad? But basically, as well as that, it looks like there's like diamonds and stuff like that. I think I might have duplicated on this world. I think I did. So you can go ahead and yell at me that I'm a cheater or something. But I don't do that anymore. But as well as this, we have a mob grinder down here, I believe. So just pretty much grind up mob loot so that we can go ahead and get it. And so as you can see in here, oh, you can't really see it. Maybe I can like fall down into this. Can I do that? This is made out of slabs, I think. No, it's not. I don't know why it took so long to break that. But basically, as you can see, it looks like a spider can see me. Oh, everything can see me. Oh, okay. They can see me through that now. They didn't be able to see that before, but they can now. That's the thing. But, yeah, so we'd have like this kind of grinder room, and you pick up the loot. Because there were no hoppers at the time, you couldn't just set up hoppers. So don't go ahead and say, oh, I didn't use hoppers, because you couldn't. You couldn't use hoppers back then. But there it is. It's nothing too efficient, but you get a decent amount of stuff from it, which is pretty cool. So as you can see, zombie just gets killed, and then the loot goes in there. It's a very old design, very, nostalgic, but it still works. It's pretty cool. But that's what it was, and so it took quite a while to make, of course, because I was just bad at survival back then. I could do that easily nowadays, of course, but As well as that, we come up to here. Oh, it's turning night. Okay, but there's nothing too much going on with this world, and I don't think I ever killed the Ender Dragon because like I could never find the end portal, which is kind of weird. But then I think I eventually found it, but then just never did. So that was kind of sad. But looks like there's a creeper over there. Hello. And then oh, there's a portal in my house. Oh, the creeper's probably gonna blow me up in a second. Oh, I can't get out of here. But like there's a village over there back before villagers were a thing, or villagers were a thing, but you couldn't trade with them, so it kind of was like really weird and stuff. And it's very slow swimming in the water. Why is it swimming so slow? Why is that? Wait, is the water like weird? No, I don't even know. I don't even know what that's about. But yeah, anyways, that's that survival world. It's pretty cool, and it says Cam's house because that's my name. So let's move on to the next one here. This one's not too interesting yet, but let's keep going. So here's the survival world. This is probably my favorite survival world so far. At least I think so. I don't know, the S&P's catching up to this. But this world was really cool. I put so much time into this one back in like 2014 and 2015. Back before YouTube, I would work on this world quite a lot. So this is like the last survival I did before I started YouTube. And it was a pretty cool world. And I kind of wish I did more with it. But at the same time, I did a lot with it already. It's a really cool one. And this one was very nostalgic just for the fact that I would just kind of play, pretty much all day at some points and just kind of listen to music, kind of go grind it out and do some really cool stuff. Like there's like a statue over there. I think that was supposed to be the Xbox One symbol for when Xbox One edition came out. And there's a bunch of other weird stuff that's just kind of going on. There's like houses and things, and there's my house there, of course, the main area. And I'm not able to sprint for some reason. I think my joysticks are all weird today, so I'm gonna just ignore that. But as well as that, as you can see, there's like so many stories and stuff, so it's a pretty cool one. And just like it's all underground, so I had to dig everything out, and it was pretty annoying. And I only have efficiency 3 and fortune 2. Wow, I was pretty bad at survival. But yeah, anyway, so that's my pickaxe there. And then there's things like the farms here, which are pretty underwhelming, to be honest. They're not that great. And then there's like tree farms. There's a castle over there, which isn't too amazing, but it's still pretty cool. And then there's things like chests for just like dirt and cobblestone stuff, because you would always have tons of that. So as you can see, tons of that in there. But yeah, so this survival world was pretty cool, but it seems like I never really got too far with it. I still seem to be holding an iron sword, which has like really not that great enchants on it. I don't know, I think I did most of this from like just an enchantment table instead of anvils and stuff. So it's honestly not that exciting for what I have, but actually I think enchanting was different back then, so it was actually a lot more difficult to get what you wanted. I mean, nowadays it's pretty easy to, get the maxed out enchantments that you would possibly want. So, that kind of goes with that as well. So, as well as that, there's like this castle. Somebody built a house there, and it's a pretty cool looking castle. It's nothing great. It's a little bit weird looking, but it's also kind of cool. And there's like a stronghold right down below there as well. So I must have built it right above the stronghold, which is kind of cool as well. Just like, oh yeah, there it is. So this survival world, probably my favorite one. It was a really cool one to make and stuff like that. And then I also turned this one into a zombies map, which I can leave a video on the screen if I remember, of course, if you guys want to see that as well, of this map that turns into a zombies map, because that's actually really cool as well. But yeah, lots of weird, cool things to look at. I'm not going to do a full survival world tour of this one, but I think it's a cool one to kind of note. So let's move on to the next one here. So here's the survival I made when I was doing YouTube. So this was pretty much a stream only series, and I think I did about 2 or 3 streams on this world, and I really didn't do much with it, unfortunately, but it's actually kind of a cool world. There's like this whole ocean there. This is where I was going to build my house, all the way up here on top of this hill. And what did I have? Like, not much. I had a lot of wood, actually. That's a good amount of wood for starting off. But yeah, so like this was this world. It was pretty cool. There's not much to say about this one, but I did it on live stream, so I guess if you want to see what I sounded like 2 years ago, back in like 2015, then you can go ahead and do that. But I would recommend probably not doing that. But basically, it's yeah, it's not very exciting, but it probably could have been better if I actually did stuff with it. But I spawned like over there, I kind of ran over here. Not much else to say about this one. So here's a world that I also did on livestream only. I think I did a few streams of this as well. It was called Sunday Survival, and you can probably guess what I did on it. I streamed it on Sundays, but I did it for, I don't know, a few times as well. I don't know how many, but I was gonna make like this giant underground base, and it was gonna look pretty cool or something, I bet. And so that's pretty much what that was about. And then we come up to here, and as you can probably see, it's going to be very unexciting because we just come up to here. This is supposed to be some sort of elevator, and then there's just like this ordinary house. Like, that's about it. That's the rest of the world. There's nothing else going on here at all. There's a chest with some stuff, and like, that's about it. But actually, I like the choice of using the dark oak wood. That actually looks really nice. But that's pretty much it with this world. So this is like the era of me trying to start a new survival world, but then like failing because I get bored of it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was about this world, but I just didn't like it as much. There's something wrong with it. But let's move on to another one. So this is probably the only time I really tried playing survival with my subscribers, is this world. And so this was like subscriber survival. I did one stream of it. This was one stream of work, and I tried surviving with subscribers. Whoa, I just fell through that. That was kind of weird. Can I do that again? I don't know how I did that. That was kind of weird. But basically, I tried doing it. It didn't really work out very well, as you can see. And this is the house that I tried to make. Somebody made a house over there. Somebody made a house over there. Somebody made a house up there. But yeah, it was not great. It didn't really work out at all. And yeah, I don't think I ever want to try that again. So that's a thing that's not going to happen. It's like there's a bunch of random things going on. You don't really understand exactly what it is, but I don't know. It's somewhere on my channel. I discussed it recently on my channel as well, if you want to check that out. But it's yeah, it was kind of unsuccessful for a lot of reasons. But let's move on to the next one. There's also this lava pit here, so that's probably not very safe. So let's move on to the next one as well. So the last one here is the SMP series, which I'm currently doing on the channel every Saturday and every Wednesday. So this one's one you can be watching as it kind of progresses, and this one's probably going to be my favorite survival series very soon, or just my favorite survival that I've ever done, just for the fact that I've gotten so much done. It's just a lot of fun to play, and there's also other players on it as well, where most of the other survivals I showed off today were single player, all by myself, but with this one I can kind of see what other players do in this world, which is pretty cool as well. So this one's, if you want to go ahead and check it out, I'll leave a link, of course, to the playlist if you want to check out the survival series. I do recommend you check it out. It's a very cool one. I put a lot of time into it, and it's just a lot of fun to watch, as many people tell me. So that's pretty good, of course. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you do leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you want to check out any of the survivals that I mentioned, some of them I'll be sure to link in some sort of way. So if you want to go ahead and check out a certain one you thought one of them was cool, then I'll try to be sure to do that for you guys. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys, and peace out.